Did you know that in 2025, some of the most American-friendly countries are quietly closing their doors? We're talking about nations that once welcomed U.S. citizens with open arms, now making it harder to visit, live, or even work. And what's happening isn't loud protests or headlines. It's quiet, serious change that could impact millions. Some of the names on this list will truly shock you, especially if you thought they'd never turn away Americans. This global shift is real, driven by political tensions, cultural backlash, and burnout from non-stop waves of digital nomads. Many Americans don't see it coming, but they're about to feel it in a big way. So stay with us through number 5, because what's happening there is more than a story. It's a warning for the future of global travel. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe, because this isn't just another travel video. It's a wake-up call for anyone who still believes the world will always greet Americans with a smile. Canada, once seen as America's safest backup plan, is now quietly shutting that door. And for many, it's a rude awakening. For decades, Americans fleeing chaos at home turned to Canada for healthcare, peace, and a better life. But in 2025, that dream is fading fast. The truth? Canada is overwhelmed. A crushing housing crisis has pushed rent in Toronto and Vancouver to record highs. Emergency room wait times have tripled. Buses and trains are packed beyond capacity. Locals are frustrated, and many now blame immigration for pushing systems to the brink. In response, the government has imposed strict new limits on all forms of immigration. Processing times for permanent residency have exploded, leaving Americans stuck in limbo. Even those applying for long stays face hard questions, especially if they don't earn a high salary or have rare job skills. One retired American couple in Nova Scotia, after 12 peaceful years, was told they had to leave. They paid taxes, volunteered, and built a life, but their pension didn't meet the new financial rules. Their notice was cold and clear. It's time to return to the U.S. Canadians aren't turning on Americans, but they're exhausted. As one Toronto Star headline put it bluntly, "We can't save the U.S. from itself." And for those who once believed Canada would always be Plan B, 2025 may be the year they find there's no plan left. Mexico, once a dream spot for American retirees, remote workers, and sun chasers, is now cracking down hard, and many didn't see it coming. After years of welcoming visitors with open arms, 2025 has brought a major shift in attitude. The reason? Over 1 million Americans overstayed their tourist permits last year alone. Some were working under the radar. Many avoided paying taxes, and it finally caught up with them. Now, Mexico is enforcing tough new rules. Immigration officers are stationed at airports and bus terminals, scanning for past violations. Fines have skyrocketed. Blacklists are growing fast. Tourists caught working without the right papers are being deported immediately. And this isn't just about rules. It's about rising frustration on the ground. Locals in Mexico City, Tulum, and Puerto Vallarta are speaking out, skyrocketing rents. And vanishing homes have turned once affordable areas into tourist zones. Gringo vacation isn't funny anymore. It's a real problem. A shop owner in Oaxaca said it best. "They come, make U.S. money, and leave us with nothing." Neighborhoods are changing, and so is the mood. If you're American and planning a longer stay, expect to be asked for financial records, background checks, and proof of legal contribution. Without that, your adventure might end with a sudden trip back north. Number 3, China. In 2025, China isn't just making things harder, it's quietly forcing Americans out. As U.S.-China tensions heat up, a wave of visa denials, silent blacklists, and sudden deportations is hitting Americans across the country. English teachers and business expats, once seen as cultural links, are now being pushed aside. Work permits are often rejected with vague phrases like national security concerns. One American tech consultant in Shanghai shared his story. Detained at immigration, questioned for 6 hours, then denied re-entry despite having a valid visa. His company had no explanation. The embassy couldn't help. He was just out. He became another quiet casualty in this growing political battle. Even Americans with clean records are feeling the pressure. There are reports of stepped-up surveillance, surprise visits from authorities, and landlords suddenly refusing to renew leases. What's most chilling? None of it is being officially announced. This isn't a headline. It's a silent purge. Living in China as an American now means walking on eggshells. Things may feel normal today, But the rules can flip tomorrow, without warning. And when they do, it's often too late. By the time you realize what's happening, you're already locked out. Number 5, Hungary, insufficient contribution to national values. That's all one American got after 7 years in Budapest. For a long time, Americans moved quietly to Hungary, drawn by its charm, low cost of living, and access to Europe. But in 2025, that chapter is closing. Prime Minister Viktor Orban's hardline nationalism has turned into a silent pushback against foreign residents. And Americans, especially liberal, English-speaking professionals, are feeling the pressure. Renewing residency now comes with strict conditions: proof of financial stability, Hungarian language skills, and signs of cultural integration. Yes, that's now a real checkbox. Expats are reporting blocked bank accounts, mysteriously lost paperwork at immigration offices, and a growing cold shoulder from the public. Right-wing media outlets have started painting foreigners as outsiders, threatening national identity. Hungary won't knock on your door and kick you out, but it's slowly building a wall around you, one that says, maybe it's time to go. For Americans who once saw Budapest as a quiet escape, 2025 is sending a different message. You're not exactly welcome here anymore. Number 6, the Philippines. Number 6, Philippines. Even longtime residents now feel the ground shifting beneath them. Few places have been more welcoming to Americans than the Philippines. Shared history, common language, and strong cultural bonds made it feel like home. But in 2025, that changed. The government introduced major reforms to its special resident retirees visa program. The minimum age went up, financial requirements doubled, and retirees now face yearly in-person interviews and full financial audits. Why the sudden shift? Officials say it's about protecting public services. Hospitals raised red flags after growing losses tied to unpaid bills. One facility in Davao revealed it had written off more than $800,000, most owed by elderly Americans overstaying tourist visas. The rules are now strict and unforgiving. A 73-year-old U.S. veteran who'd lived in the country for 15 years was denied renewal after missing 2 check-ins due to illness. He had just 21 days to leave. Even those who followed the rules for years are being pushed out. And for new arrivals, the message is crystal clear. No money, no paperwork, no chance. In 2025, the Philippines isn't turning its back on America. It's simply saying, if you're coming, come prepared, or don't come at all. Final thoughts happening right now, quietly, steadily, and all around the world. The American passport still gets you in, but not like it used to. Many doors now open with conditions, background checks, and stricter welcomes. The world is watching. The U.S., its politics, economy, and culture closely. And the response isn't just talk anymore. It's appearing in new rules, new forms, and in the everyday lives of people trying to travel or relocate. So here's the big question. Are these countries simply guarding their own interests, or is this the slow fall of America's global reputation? Tell us what you think in the comments. We read every single one. And don't forget, our next video reveals 10 countries that still warmly welcome Americans in 2025. We'll cover updated visa rules, cost of living tips, and how well you'll fit in culturally. Until then, stay sharp, stay aware, and if you're lucky, stay welcome. I prefer this response.